If your transmission temperature warning only shows up in stop-and-go traffic, that's not random. In traffic, the transmission is working hard while the car isn't moving much. The torque converter is slipping more, fluid circulation can be lower, airflow through the radiator is weak, and under-hood heat builds up. On the highway, airflow is strong, and the torque converter often locks up, which reduces heat. Think of it like jogging in place with a winter coat on versus running in cool air. Low transmission fluid level. Low fluid is one of the fastest ways to create heat. The fluid isn't just lubricant, it's the hydraulic lifeblood that applies clutches and carries heat away. In traffic, when you're constantly taking off, stopping, and creeping, low fluid can cause aeration and pressure drop, which leads to slip. Slip equals heat. Check the level the way your vehicle requires. Some are checked warm, running, on level ground. If it's low, don't just top it off and forget it. Find the leak, because it will come back. Old or incorrect transmission fluid. Transmission fluid breaks down over time. It loses its ability to resist heat, lubricate, and maintain the right friction characteristics. In traffic, that weakness shows up first, because you're generating more heat per minute, and you're constantly applying and releasing clutches. Incorrect fluid can do the same thing. It might be too thin, or the friction modifiers might be wrong, leading to extra slip. If the fluid is dark, smells burnt, or looks like it has suspended debris, a proper service and correct fluid can make a huge difference, unless the transmission has already been damaged. Cooling system problems that don't show up at speed. Most automatic transmissions are cooled through a heat exchanger in the radiator or a dedicated transmission cooler. In traffic, cooling depends heavily on fan performance, coolant flow, and clean heat exchanger passages. On the highway, airflow masks a weak fan or partially clogged radiator. If your engine temperature also creeps up in traffic, that's a big clue. A failing radiator fan, bad fan control module, clogged radiator fins, or a weak water pump can reduce cooling capacity and indirectly overheat the transmission. Restricted or undersized transmission cooler. Some vehicles have a small factory cooler that's barely enough when the car is new. Add hot weather, towing, hills, or just years of grime in the cooler fins, and traffic becomes the breaking point. Cleaning the cooler fins and making sure airflow isn't blocked can help, but a restricted cooler often needs replacement or an upgraded external cooler. Torque converter, not locking when it should. Here's a big one people don't think about. The torque converter is basically a fluid coupling. When it's unlocked, it slips, and slip makes heat. Many cars lock the converter at certain speeds to reduce heat and improve efficiency. In some systems, it can also lock at lower speeds under light load. If the lockup clutch is not engaging properly due to a solenoid issue, fluid problem, or internal wear, you'll generate extra heat, especially during low-speed cruising and constant speed changes in traffic. You may feel a slight flare in RPM, a shudder, or a hunting sensation as it tries to lock and unlock. Excessive clutch slip from wear or bad adaptations. In stop-and-go driving, the transmission is constantly applying clutches. If clutch packs are worn or pressure control is weak, the clutches don't grab cleanly and they slip. You might feel delayed engagement, soft shifts, or a flare between gears. That slipping is like rubbing your hands together. Heat builds fast. Some modern transmissions rely on adaptive learning. If the system has adapted around worn components or incorrect fluid, it can behave worse in traffic. Sometimes a correct fluid service and a proper relearn procedure helps, but worn clutches ultimately require internal repair. Driving factors that spike heat in traffic, heavy throttle from a stop, creeping forward for long periods, and holding the car on an incline with the throttle instead of the brake all generate heat. So does idling with the AC blasting on a hot day. If your car has a manual mode, staying in a lower gear unnecessarily can keep the converter working harder. This isn't about blaming the driver, it's about understanding why traffic is the perfect storm for heat. How to fix it without guessing. Start with the basics. Verify transmission fluid level and condition, and make sure the engine cooling fans work correctly at idle with the AC on. Inspect the radiator and cooler stack for debris and bent fins. If you have a scan tool that reads transmission temperature, watch how fast it climbs in traffic and whether it drops when you get moving. This points to airflow and cooling. If the issue is consistent, consider servicing the transmission with the correct fluid and filter, if applicable, and inspect cooler lines for kinks or seepage. If you tow, drive in mountains, or sit in city traffic often, an external auxiliary transmission cooler can be a smart upgrade. But if you already have slipping, delayed engagement, or burnt-smelling fluid, the real fix may be internal. Continuing to drive it hot will accelerate damage fast.